Hey guys, I'm Kayla Jannsen and I teach at MCA. I teach the piano and percussion part, and for those of you who don't know what percussion means, it's drums. I basically teach drums. So, in this video, I'm going to talk a little bit about some drum activities that you guys can be doing kind of right now and really just whenever. It doesn't necessarily have to be just now, like during this month or next month. I'll be talking about some different drum activities, as well as using the song Funga Alafia to show you that. So, let's get started. So first of all, this is the kind of drum that I have here with me. So this is called a tubano drum. This can be hit in a few different ways. So you can hit it right in the center, like, or you can hit it right on the edge. You get all these different noises from it. Hit with your fingernails. You can just rub the top of it, and you can hit the side of it. So there's that drum, but I'm pretty sure that most of you don't just have a tubano drum or even other hand drums just laying around at home. If you do, that is awesome, and you can probably play most of them in all these different ways that I just showed you with the tubano drum. But if you don't, there are lots of different things that you can use as your own drum. So examples that I have here, I have a pot, and you can use a wooden spoon to hit it if you want. You can hit it in lots of different ways, or if you just want to use your hand. So, you can use a pot, or if you have like a plastic bowl of some kind, I bet you can find a bunch of different ways to hit that. I have like a popcorn bowl right here. Yeah, it's R2-D2. So, but this is something that you could hit. You can get a lot of different sounds out of it. So, another instrument that I have with me here, this, you can see that, egg shaker. So, you also probably don't have this just laying around. However, if you have any plastic eggs, leftover from Easter, you can totally just fill those with rice or beans or beads or pasta or pretty much anything that you think will sound cool, and boom, you have an egg shaker. Honestly, for that matter, you can fill kind of any container that you want. I would recommend it be a plastic container. But you could use a peanut butter jar, you could use, I don't know, I have a whipped cream container currently sitting in my recycling. So anything that just has a lid that you can fill with rice or beans, like what I said, you can totally use that as a kind of shaker too. So, that being said, why don't I go ahead and use a song to demonstrate some different ways that you can use these instruments. The song that I'm going to use is called Funga Alafia. So, if you can see here, so this is spelled the Funga Alafia, and then ashe, ashe is kind of the response part. So with this song, there's some different history, there's a lot of information about it on the internet. From what I gather, the Funga and Alafia are two separate welcome dances in like the West African or the Nigerian, kind of somewhere in that region. They're two different welcome dances. However, you may also see, instead of Funga being spelled with a U in the middle, you may also see it being spelled with an A, if you can see that. So, roughly translated, Funga Alafia is basically kind of saying, hello, welcome, peace be with you, glad you're here, kind of thing. And then the ashe ashe is kind of the response. So maybe I would say, Funga Alafia to you, and then you would say ashe ashe back to me. And that's basically kind of saying same to you or amen, kind of just like the response. And again, ashe can be spelled lots of different ways. This is kind of the English version so that you can see how it's phonetically spelled out almost. But you'll also see it spelled like this or like this. So, yes, you have Funga Alafia, ashe, ashe. So, that's kind of a little bit of history about the song. It's not strictly an African song, but it's kind of in that region a little bit. And then there's also tons of different ways that you can perform it. So, I have one version that I'm going to use, which basically is just going to repeat these 4 words over and over again. But I know there are some versions that you might repeat these words and then you would throw in a chant in the middle or other words. There's lots of different versions out there. There's even a little bit of a variation on the melody, so one of them, and if you're interested, I'm starting on the note of G. So the one that I like, Funga Alafia, ashe, ashe. Funga Alafia, ashe, ashe. The other version, the only difference is that instead of Alafia being kind of all thrown together, you say Alafia, like this. Funga Alafia, ashe, ashe. Funga Alafia, ashe, ashe. It's kind of up to you what version you want. So I'm just going to kind of pick one and we'll see. I like the first version a little bit better, but ultimately it doesn't matter. So that's just a little bit of history. So now you know some instruments that you can use, as well as some different ways you can hit them. And now you know the song that we're going to kind of be singing. So I'm just going to kind of repeat the song over and over, doing a lot of different things. You guys can totally join in with me, or if you just want to watch and then do it afterward, it's really up to you. Here we go. And of course, you can do different variations with your dynamics. You can be forte, you can be piano, you can maybe go Funga Alafia, ashe, ashe, or the other way around, Funga Alafia, ashe, ashe. So you can totally play around with dynamics. You can go faster, Funga Alafia, ashe, ashe. Funga Alafia, ashe, ashe. really slow. Funga Alafia, ashe, ashe. Funga Alafia, ashe, ashe. You can do different call and response things. This doesn't work very well when I don't have someone else to do it to. But for instance, you could go Funga Alafia, Funga Alafia. You get the idea. You could just honestly improv. You could sing and improv different drumming beats while you do it, which is probably my favorite thing to do. I love improving on the drums. You could just go hopefully you guys kind of enjoyed that and you learned some different things that you can experiment with at home. Apologies that my camera suddenly tilted upward during that, so I know you couldn't see the drum for those last couple of minutes. Hopefully you still got the idea. So thanks guys for watching this, and hope that you have lots of fun with this at home. See you guys.